Jam Nabir Tasyaiva Teva Pur Idam Nijakala Shaktya Idam Nijakala Sanjotita Prakriti Dharmana Atma Godam Prakriti Dharmana Atma Godam Ambasi Ananta Shayanat Viramat Samadher Ambasi Ananta Shayanat Viramat Samadhe Nabir Abhut Swakanika Vatavan Mahabjam Tasyaiva Teva Pur Idam Nijakala Shaktya Sanjotita Prakriti Dharmana Atma Godam Ambasi Ananta Shayanat Viramat Samadhe Nabir Abhudi Swakanika Vatavan Mahabjam Tasyaiva Teva Puridam Nijakala Saktya Sanjotita Prakriti Dharmanad Atma Gotam Ambasi Ananta Shayanat Viramat Samadhe Nabir Abhuswakanika Vatavan Mahabjam Tasyaiva Teva Puridam Nijakala Saktya Sanjotita Prakriti Dharmana Atma Godam Ambasi Ananta Shayanat Viramat Samadher Nabir Abhut Swakanika Vatavan Mahabjam Tasyaiva Teva Puridam Nijakala Saktya Sanchotita Prakriti Dharmana Atma Godam Ambasi Ananta Shayanat Viramat Samadhe Nabir Abhut Swakanika Vatavan Mahabjam. Hare Krishna Mataji. Tasyaiva Teva Puridam Nijakala Saktya Sanjotita Prakriti Dharmana Atma Godam Ambasi Ananta Shayanat Viramat Samadhe Nabir Abhut Swakanika Vatavan Mahabjam Tasyaiva Teva Puridam Nijakala Saktya Sanjotita Prakriti Dharmana Atma Godam Ambasi Ananta Shayanat Viramat Samadhe Nabir Abhut Swakanika Vatavan Mahabjam. Tasya of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Eva, certainly, te of you, Vapuhu, the cosmic body, idam, this universe, Nijakala Saktya, by the potent time factor, Sanjotita, agitated, Prakriti dharmana of him by whom the three gunas or qualities of material nature, Atma Gutam, dormant in yourself, Ambasi, in the water known as the causal ocean, Ananta Shayanad, from the bed known as Ananta, another feature of yourself, Viramat Samadhe, having awakened from the Samadhi, yogic trance, Nabe, from the navel, Abhud, appeared, Swakanika, from the seed, Vatavat, like the great banyan tree, Mahabjam, the great lotus of the worlds, has similarly grown. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The cosmic manifestation, the material world, is also your body. This total lump of matter is agitated by your potent energy known as the Kala Shakti, and thus the three modes of material nature are manifested. You awaken from the bed of Sesha, Ananta, and from your navel a small transcendental seed is generated. It is from this seed that the lotus flower of the gigantic universe is manifested, exactly as a banyan tree grows from a small seed. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The three different forms of Mahavishnu, namely Karanodasai Vishnu, Garbhodakasai Vishnu, and Kshirodakasai Vishnu, who are the origin of creation and maintenance, are gradually being described. From Mahavishnu, Garbhodakasai Vishnu is generated. And from Garbhodakasai Vishnu, Kshirodakasai Vishnu gradually expands. Thus, Mahavishnu is the original cause of Garbhodakasai Vishnu, and from Garbhodakasai Vishnu comes the lotus flower from which Lord Brahma is manifested. Thus, the original cause of everything is Vishnu, and consequently, the cosmic manifestation is not different from Vishnu. This is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 10.8. What is 10.8? Anyone, any idea? Aham sarvasya prabho. Aham sarvasya prabhavo mattaha sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddhabhava samanvidaha. So this is one of the Chatur Sloki. This is the 10th chapter, 8, 9, 10, 11. The Chatur Sloki of Bhagavad Gita, very important sloka. And Prabhupada quotes this. This is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 10.8, wherein Krishna says, Aham sarvasya prabhavo mattas sarvam pravartate. I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. Garbhodakasai Vishnu is an expansion of Karanodasai Vishnu, who is an expansion of Sankarshana. In this way, Krishna is ultimately the cause of all causes, Sarva Karana Karanam. The conclusion is that both the material and spiritual world are considered to be the body of the Supreme Lord. We can understand that the material body is caused by the spiritual body and is therefore an expansion of the spiritual body. Thus, when one takes up spiritual activities, one's entire material body is spiritualized. Similarly, in this material world, when the Krishna conscious movement expands, the entire material world becomes spiritualized. As long as we do not realize this, we live in this material world. But when we are fully Krishna conscious, we live not in the material world, but in the spiritual world. Does anyone remember when Prabhupada came to Melbourne? Prabhupada gave a lecture. Prabhupada said, this is not Melbourne. Prabhupada is in Melbourne, this is not Melbourne. Because this is Vaikuntha. First Prabhupada said this is Vaikuntha. And this is Vrindavan. Prabhupada said this is Vaikuntha and this is Vrindavan. So this we are, Prabhupada said, I am not saying, Prabhupada said. So that means where the Supreme Lord is wonderfully worshipped, everything is happening wonderfully, nicely in the service of the Lord, we are not part of this material world. We are not part of this material. Even though we are living in the material world, there is a 3206, there is a postal code, everything is there for us. Huh? But still, we are not part of the material world. Because here, we are under the Shakti, spiritual Shakti. We are covered. Because that's what Srila Prabhupada says. If we understand this, then we are not part of this material world. If you don't understand, then we are still in the material world. So this is what is the difference between the material world and the spiritual world? What is the difference between material world and spiritual world? Yes. Correct. That is correct. But the consciousness. Consciousness is important. Because if a consciousness is like my enjoyment, how can I get something out of this? Then thing is all material. But if our consciousness is how I can use this in the service of Krishna, then it becomes spiritual. That's it. Very simple actually. Prabhupada made it very simple. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to understand. Small rose is there, rose. So this rose, material or spiritual? Hey, Hare Krishna. Gokul, what this rose is material or spiritual? Why it is material? It is matter coming from a tree. Correct? It is material. But if this rose is offered to Prabhupada, offered to the Lord, what is this? So what does it make it material to spiritual? If it is used in the service of the Lord, if it is offered to the Lord, the matter becomes spiritual. That's it. That's what we have to understand. Matter becomes spiritual. Same way, in our life also, whatever we have, whatever capacity we have, whatever things we have, everything we can use it in Krishna's service. If we can use that in Krishna's service, then everything becomes spiritual. Prabhupada coined a term. Anyone remember what is the Prabhupada coined a term? Using material also in the spiritual. What is the term Prabhupada uses? Very, very unique term. Dovetailing. Dovetail. Because I don't know the root of this word, but dovetail. Using dovetailing everything in the service of the Lord. Anything can be used in the service of the Lord. So that is what we have. That is what we are in the material world. We have decided to come here somehow or other. Somehow or other we have decided to come here. We are stuck here. No? Like sometimes the car is stuck. You have to do something. The traffic is not moving. So instead of making the sound, at least hear something, chant something. That way time will go. Same way we are coming to this material world. We don't want to jump out of the window. So we live here and understand what is the nature of the material world, how we can live here comfortably so that we can make our comfortable and then go back home, back to Godhead, which is our ultimate home. That is what our aim is. So today's Prahlad Maharaja's prayer is giving a very wonderful, actually this, when we are reading this verse, we get a lot of realization because Krishna, here we are talking about the whole creation, how the creation, because if you ask the scientist, what will be the main creation, Hare Krishna? If you ask a scientist, what will be the, what is their reason, how the cause of creation, what will be their answer? Big Bang, yes, Big Bang. You agree? That's what they say. But Srila Prabhupada says, who set the Big Bang? Somebody, if you have to Big Bang, somebody has to bang. But who has to do that? Somebody has to do that. Because without somebody doing that Big Bang, then how the Big Bang can happen? So Prabhupada argued that way. Because, so the Big Bang theory, so they are promoting. School, college, university, everywhere they are promoting the Big Bang. There is nothing like a Big Bang. There is a person. That is why the Vedic system gives a very detailed information. It's very technical also. It's not we have to be a little bit attentive to understand these things because it's not something easily understandable, but still Prabhupada made it easy for us. So we'll dive a little bit into this. So it's we need to know this. So most of the people would have seen here. There is one huge picture will be there. This is a Goloka picture. There is a picture where there will be a Krishna, the Goloka Vrindavan, and then there's all the different dhams are there. Then how the different universes are created from the so we all know. So Janmashtami finished, Radhashtami finished, now we know the Krishna Tattva now. So no problem in understanding the Tattva. So Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, we all know that, Krishna. So Krishna's immediate expansion, who is Krishna's immediate bodily expansion? Balaram. And then this Śrīmati Radharani also. Śrīmati Radharani is another expansion. Balaram is one expansion. From Balaram, there is another expansion, Chaturvyuga. Anuruddha, Pradyumna, Vasudeva, Sankarshan. These four. They are all Vishnu Tattvas only. They are not ordinary people. No? They are all Vishnu Tattvas. This is Chaturvyuga. What all Chaturvyuga? You remember? Pradyumna, Aniruddha, Vasudeva, Sankarshan. We have to remember this, because this is like even one name you remember also is good. So Pradyumna, Aniruddha, Vasudeva, Sankarshan. This is the first Chaturvyuga. The first Chaturvyuga. From the first Chaturvyuga, there is a Sankarshan there, correct? There is a Sankarshan. From that Sankarshan only, all the Narayanas are coming. Narayana. So many Vaikuntha Lokas are there. So all the Narayanas are coming from that first Sankarshan. And then from that Narayana, there is another second Chaturvyuga is coming. It's very technical. The second Chaturvyuga. The second Chaturvyuga also same thing. Pradyumna, Aniruddha, Vasudeva, Sankarshan. Correct? So this is like a first Chaturvyuga, first Krishna, then Balaram, and then first Chaturvyuga, then Narayana, and then the second Chaturvyuga, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, Vasudeva, Sankarshan. From that Sankarshan, who is called Mahasankarshan, and from that Sankarshan only coming the Mahavishnu. Mahavishnu is called, what is the synonymous for Mahavishnu? Karanadasai Vishnu, Karanadasai. We know many oceans. We know Albert Park Ocean, South Melbourne Ocean, and different oceans we know. But this ocean is completely different ocean. Karanadasai Vishnu, Karanaga Ocean, Karanajal. So Mahavishnu, so when this Sankarshan, the second Chaturvyuga Sankarshan is coming, Mahavishnu. Mahavishnu is lying in the Karana ocean, from the Karana ocean, from his bodily pores. When we sleep, what happens? We also sometimes, we snore and we breathe also. But when Mahavishnu breathes, millions of universes are created from the bodily pores of Mahavishnu. Millions of universes, not one or two. Don't think this is some kind of a grandma story or something. People may tend to think like that. Because the problem is, we are accustomed to not believe these things. We are accustomed. We have been systematically trained, this cannot be true, this cannot be true. But the Superman jumps from that building, New York building, to this building, he will jump. Oh, very good, he has done that very nicely. When Hanumanji jumps from here to there, hey, how it is possible? It's not practical. No, they raise all the questions actually. When Superman jumps, everybody keeps quiet. Oh, very wonderful, very, very nice. But if Superman can do that, he is Supreme Man's servant. He can do anything actually. We should have that. So we should not doubt the scripture. Persons can do something wrong sometimes. But anyway, Acharyas, they completely do whatever the Shastra says. So you don't have to believe me, but we have to believe the Shastra. Shastra is the pramana. Pramana means, what is pramana? Evidence. This. Everything was evidence. Nowadays, previously they say something, accept that. But now we have a reference. Where is Prabhu, where it is mentioned? So people ask actually. That's good. I'm not saying this is wrong. It's good because we should not accept things blindly. Srila Prabhupada said, never accept anything blindly. You ask questions. Tadvidhi, pranipatena, pariprashnena, sevaya, upatekshanti, te jnanam, jnanina, sattvadarshi. You ask questions. We have to ask questions. So that is one of the beauty in our movement. It's like we are not just like everybody comes here, jai, 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 and then goes away, nothing. We are very, very active. People will ask questions. People ask questions, and if you don't ask them, they will ask you questions. Have you understood it? And especially me, I always keep on asking questions only. My talking is more like less talking and more questions only. That's why, not many, the front line, nobody will be there. Nobody will like, this fellow is keep on asking questions actually. Yes, but this is good. The whole subject, my whole life is question and answers only. Prahlad Maharaj, Parikshit Maharaj, whole life is question and answer. He was asking questions and Sukadeva Goswami is answering. That is the whole idea. So, can you repeat that? Whatever we discussed? Krishna, then Balaram, first, I will help you. First Chaturvyuga, who are all in first Chaturvyuga? Who are in first Chaturvyuga? Okay, from that Sankarshana, who comes? From Narayana, who comes? Second Chaturvyuga. That's it, very simple. First Chaturvyuga, second Chaturvyuga. From second Chaturvyuga comes Pradyumna, Aniruddha, Vasudeva Sankarshan. From that Sankarshan, that is second Chaturvyuha Sankarshan, comes Mahavishnu, who is known as Karanodasai Vishnu. Karanodasai Vishnu is only one only. Karanodasai Vishnu. From that Karanodasai Vishnu, when he breathes out, or breathes in, breathes out, when he breathes out, millions of universes are created. Brahmanda. Millions of Brahmandas are created. And each Brahmanda, that's what today's words, each Brahmanda, there is one Vishnu called Garbhodakasai Vishnu. He lies in the Garbha ocean. There is a different ocean. Karanodasai ocean, and there is a Garbhodakasai ocean. So Garbha ocean, he lies down. From his navel only comes Lord Brahma. And from then Brahma does tapasya, and then he does all these austerities. And then there is a Kshirodakasai Vishnu. He is a Kshirodakasai Vishnu, is like a Paramatma in everybody's heart. From Garbhodakasai Vishnu, there is another expansion, Kshirodakasai Vishnu. So, Brahmaji made a lot of tapasya, and then he said, having done all the tapasya, I have understood. So, understood. What did you understand? Having done all the tapasya, 100 years, 1000 years of tapasya, I have understood that I cannot understand you. So this is the tapasya. Because we have to understand. Because we are because where is Krishna? Krishna, Balaram, Chaturvyuga, and then Sankarshana, then Narayana, and the second Chaturvyuga, then Mahavishnu, Garbhodasai Vishnu, Karanodasai Vishnu, Garbhodasai Vishnu, Kshirodasai. We are sitting there in Albert Park, little corner. We are thinking, yes, I can understand everything. No, we can't understand. Even Brahma says he can't understand. After doing tapasya for 100 years, he said, I have understood that I cannot understand you. Because this is the position. But that same Lord has appeared here to accept our service. What a magnanimity. Here, you can't just go and see the Prime Minister or President or whatever maybe. You can't even go and see them. You have to do a lot of appointment, seeing this one, that one, all this. But here, the Supreme Lord is beyond everything, beyond Mahavishnu, beyond all this Chaturvyuga, beyond all of that. He is beyond everything. And that Lord has appeared here to accept our service. Why? Why he is doing that? Because of the bhakti. Because of bhakti. Because the devotee, with the love and devotion, if somebody offers to Krishna, then Krishna is ready to accept that. That is Krishna's very costless mercy. That's a Krishna's costless mercy. If according to our purity, our this or that, we can never approach Krishna only. We can't approach Krishna. Even now we can't approach Krishna. What we are doing is we are approaching Krishna through the representative of Krishna. That is the best way. If you want to talk to a president, you don't directly go talk to the president. You go to talk to the under-secretary, joint secretary, like in the Indian system, there will be a hierarchy will be there. You can't directly go and jump in, President, I want to shake hands with you. No, you can't do that. You have to go through a procedure. You have to put an appointment, and then that they will consider all your background, all these things, then you'll give an appointment and go such and such a day, such and such a time, you have to be there, and then you will be escorted, all these things. This is the way. But here, the Supreme Lord has made himself easily available, very easily available for our benefit actually. Krishna is like Krishna also feels the pain actually. Krishna feels the pain. Sometimes we think we feel the pain, but Krishna also feels the pain. But it's not a material. See, he feels the pain that the children, Krishna's children, us, all of us, when we are struggling in the material world, Krishna doesn't get happiness. Krishna doesn't get happiness. He also thinks when this fellow is going to come back. Like a father and mother, if children are gone out, they all went for some retreat or something. Or maybe if the parents can go with them, that's a different. If they are gone alone, then parents will not get sleep. They will be awake. Like 10 o'clock they are going to come, 10 o'clock they will be up also. Or they come knock the door, then that's it. Once they come and knock the door, and then they are, okay, my children have come. Same thing with Krishna. Krishna is also a person. Krishna also has feelings. Krishna also has emotions. Krishna is not like some stone just standing there for... No, it's not like... Krishna has emotions. Krishna can reciprocate. If you reciprocate, Krishna can reciprocate. So that is what the whole our teaching of... if you can give a Prabhuji, take a mat. A mat is there. Okay. Okay, so this is... So now we understood little bit about Chaturvyuga. Chaturvyuga we understood. Okay, so this we have to understand. Now, from this Mahavishnu, the three Vishnus are there. Mahavishnu, who is a Garbhodakasai, Karanodakasai Vishnu, and Garbhodakasai Vishnu, and Kshirodakasai Vishnu. Mahavishnu, when he breathes out, millions of universes are created, and each and every universe, there is a one Vishnu, Garbhodakasai Vishnu enters, and he lies down in the Garbha ocean, and from his navel only comes Lord Brahma. So this is the beginning, how the creation works. So Srila Prabhupada explains that all here. I am the source of all. So here, this is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 10.8, wherein Krishna says, Aham sarvasya prabhavo mattaha sarvam pravartate. I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. Garbhodakasai Vishnu, now Prabhupada says here, Garbhodakasai Vishnu is an expansion of Karanodakasai Vishnu, who is an expansion of Sankarshana. That Sankarshana is the second Chaturvyuga Sankarshana. In this way, Krishna is the ultimately cause of all causes. Sarva Karana Karanam. Where did we hear this Sarva Karana Karanam? We have heard, repeatedly we are hearing. Where do we hear that Sarva Karana Karanam? Brahma Samhita. Yes, Brahma is another authority. Swayambhu, authority. He is saying, Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachitananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. He says, he is the Sarva Karana Karanam. He is cause of all causes. If Brahma says, Brahma is the secondary creator, if Brahma says, there is no other authority in the material world higher than Brahma, at least from the material aspect, from material aspect. So he says Krishna is the Sarva Karana Karanam. So there is no reason for us not to believe that. So we have to take that as authority. Brahmaji's authority, yes, we have to take it as like that only. So Srila Prabhupada continues there. The conclusion is that both material and spiritual world are considered to be the body of the Supreme Lord. So this is like Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, 7th chapter, about the two worlds he is saying. What, anyone remember? 7.4 and 7.5. Remember that? 1 second. If you don't remember, don't do it. Because see, all these things, you have to at least know the principle. If you don't remember the sloka, that's not a problem. That we can... Mata parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya Mai sarvam idam protam sutre manigana iva. This is the 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, text number 7. O conqueror of wealth, there is no truth superior to me. Everything rests upon me as pearls are strung on a thread. So Krishna says, he is mata parataram nanyat, na anyat. There is nothing separate from me. There is nothing superior. There is no equal, there is no superior. And how Krishna gives a wonderful example, Sutre Mani Ganaiva. This is Matajis are all doing that garland and making some necklace or something they are making. Sutra. There is a sutra there. The sutra means there is a pearl. There is a string. There is a string which is doing that. That string, if the string is out, then everything will fall apart. So Krishna says, like I am that sutra. Sutre mani ganaiva. Mani is the pearl, mani ganaiva. Sutre mani ganaiva. So Krishna is like that only. And he says further, not further, before, sorry. He says before, Bhumirapo nalo vayuh kammano buddhirevacha ahankara ittiyam me bhinna prakriti ashtata. Earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence and false ego. All together these 8 constitute my separated material energies. This is Krishna's separated material energy. What? Earth, water, air, ether, mind, intelligence and false ego. All together these 8 constitute my separated material energies. And then he says, Aparayam itastanyam prakritim viddhime param jiva bhuta mahabaho yayetam dharyate jagat. Besides there, O mighty armed Arjuna, there is another superior energy of mind which comprises the living entities who are exploiting the resources of the material inferior nature. So these things are Krishna in Bhagavad Gita explains very clearly. What is this material world? What is spiritual world? What is our position? So the whole life is for that only. The whole life is meant for understanding who we are, who God is, what is the relationship, and what happened to that relationship, whether it is broken or it's something slumber, or whether how to re-establish that relationship. That's it. The whole life is for that only. Who is Lord? Who am I? Who am I? Who is Lord? What is the relationship? And how can I re-establish that relationship? That's it. If we can do that, that life is successful actually. You don't have to, you do. You go to college, you go to school, you study, all these things you do. I'm not saying that you have to give up all these things. Yeah, you do all these things. But if you don't understand this truth, that what is your position, how we can come out of this, then all other things will be waste only. Dharma swanustita pumsa vishwaksena katasuya na utpadayate yati ratim srama evaihi kevalam. All these activities I may do very wonderfully, very perfectly, but if I don't understand the real purpose of this life, real aim of life, then the action will be like a srama evaihi kevalam, useless labor only. So we have to be careful where we put our energy. We have to channelize our energy in such a way. Yes, we have to do our material activities also, but we have to find out that ultimate solution, how to go out of this situation. This is like that is what the whole human life is meant for. So Srila Prabhupada continues here. The conclusion is that both material and spiritual world are considered to be the body of the Supreme Lord. We can understand that the material body is caused by spiritual body and is therefore an expansion of the spiritual body. Thus, when one takes up spiritual activities, one's entire material body is spiritualized. Similarly, this is like a very important statement. Thus, one takes up spiritual activities, one's entire material body is spiritualized. So here, I will just, I wanted to read some. There is one Acharya called Prabodhananda Saraswati. You would have heard of him. Not Prakashananda Saraswati. There are two Saraswatis there. Prakashananda Saraswati was the one where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had a conversation in Benares, Varanasi, Benares. So this is not a Prabodha. He is not a Prakashananda. He is Prabodhananda Saraswati. Confirms this statement. Very nice sloka. If you can remember, you can remember. Otherwise, I will read the translation. Kaivalyam narakayate tridhasapur Akasha pushpayate durdhandetriya kala sarpa patali prokta dhamstrayate vishwam purna sukayate viti mahendradischa kitayate ya karuna kataksha vaibhavatam tam gauram evastumaham. So I'll read the translation. This is called Chaitanya Chandramrita. This sloka is coming from Chaitanya Chandramrita. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has perfectly enunciated and broadcast the process of Bhakti Yoga. Consequently, for one who has taken shelter at the lotus feet of, this is very important, those who have taken shelter at the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the highest perfection of the Mayavadis, Kaivalya, or becoming one with the Supreme, is considered hellish. Kaivalyam narakayate. People want Kaivalyam. Kaivalyam means I just want to merge into this body of Lord. So that Kaivalyam is narakayate. This is Prabodhananda Saraswati Maharaj is saying. And Kaivalyam narakayate. And then he says, to say nothing, the karmi's aspiration to be promoted to the heavenly planets. Heavenly planets, is that's why I say Kaivalyam narakayate tridhasapur akasha pushpayate. Akasha pushpa. There is nothing like akasha pushpa. This is like a phantasmagoria. Prabhupada, some of the words I learned only from Prabhupada's books only. Because we all read in Tamil medium, our language, mother tongue is Tamil. So we read in our, whatever, like Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, whatever you read. So some of the words we never understood also. We are not born in London or something where we understood everything from the beginning. No. But reading Srila Prabhupada's, Hare Krishna, by reading Srila Prabhupada's books, our English vocabulary also improved. See, this is very, very, very mundane benefit actually. Because that's why, like most whenever we have to, whenever we read Prabhupada's books, we have to keep a dictionary also. But now we have online, just Google it or this thing. But because some of the things are like Prabhupada studied. It's not Prabhupada's language. You see Prabhupada's language, even Bhakti Siddhanta, very difficult. English, no? English is very, not difficult, I will not say, very high standard. The words they use, how they coin the things. No? So this is phantasmagoria, will-o-wisp, something, Prabhupada says all these things. But the thing is, we are able to understand that. So, the crux is when somebody has surrendered to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that is the point, when for him, the highest perfection of the Mayavad is Kaivalya, or becoming one with the Supreme, is considered hellish, to say nothing of the karmi's aspiration to be promoted to the heavenly planets. The first line is covered. Kaivalyam narakayate, Tridasapur akasha pushpayate, Durdhandendriya kala sarpa patali, prokta dhamshrayate. Then what is the meaning of that? There are also yogis who try to control their senses, but they never succeed without coming to the stage of devotional service. The senses are compared to poisonous snakes, but the senses of a bhakta engaged in the service of the Lord are like snakes with their poisonous fangs removed. The yogis tries to suppress his senses, but even great mystics like Vishwamitra fail in the attempt. Vishwamitra was conquered by his senses when he was captivated by Menaka during the meditation. She later gave birth to Shakuntala. The wisest person in the world, therefore, are the Bhakti Yogi, as Lord Krishna confirms. So this is like the poisonous snake. Poisonous snake, but the fangs are removed, the teeth is removed, that snake is, nobody is afraid of the snake. The same way, the senses of a devotee, even though the senses are there, but engaging the senses, Rishikena Rishikesa Sevanam Bhakti Uttamam. So when you are engaging the senses in the service of the Lord, automatically the senses are not demanding. Initially it will demand, because we are accustomed to this material world so many years, millions of years we have been hankering around here. So, but we constantly put the senses in the service of the Lord, then the senses will become like the snakes, the poison's teeth removed actually. That's what Maharaj is saying, Prabodhananda Maharaj is saying, Durdhandendriya kala sarpa patali prokta dhamshrayate viswam purna sukayate. Just opposite. Everybody is saying, Krishna is saying, Dukkhalayam asaswatam. But Acharya is saying, Vishwam purna sukhayate. How the Vishwam will become purna sukha? How the Vishwam will become purna sukha? Krishna says, no? What he says? This place is Dukkhalayam asaswatam. But here, Prabodhananda Saraswati Maharaj is saying, Vishwam purna sukhayate. How? That is correct. But here, somebody has taken Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's shelter, then this Vishwam is not a problem. If you have not taken shelter, then the Vishwam will create problem. Vishwam purna sukayate. Why? Because for him there is no problem. He doesn't see any problem. Like Uttama Adhikari goes around and see how everybody is serving Krishna nicely. Only I am not serving Krishna. Uttama Adhikari thinks like that. Kanishta Adhikari thinks the other way. I am the only devotee. Everybody is nonsense actually. They are all like they are just like a low class. I am the only high class. Kanishta Adhikari thinks. The real high class devotee, he thinks, I am the most fallen. Everybody is serving Krishna nicely. This is their position. But what is the middle position? What is the middle position? You have to be very... Madhya Madhya. What Madhya Adhikari is thinking? What is his thinking? We should think. You are Madhya Adhikari, you should think actually. What the Madhya Adhikari thinks? Madhya Adhikari thinks, oh, this person is a nice devotee. Let me take some let me do some seva for him. Let me learn something from him. And if there is somebody equal, then he say, oh, this fellow is my mate, so I will converse with him. I will try to give some prasadam, some knowledge, something. Or somebody is needing some help, will help. So Madhya Adhikari distinguishes actually. Uttama Adhikari doesn't distinguish. In the Uttama Adhikari platform, nobody can preach actually, because he says everything wonderfully happening. What is there to preach actually? So Uttama Adhikari comes to the level of Madhyam Adhikari, then he is preaching. Kanishta Adhikari, he thinks, I am the only devotee here. Everybody is nonsense only. Everybody is just like a waste. I'm really serving the Lord. So that mentality is very difficult actually. So we have to come out, at least we have to come to the next level. We should not be in Kanishta level. We should understand, yes, this is the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, there is a nice sloka where the Naimi, King Naimi, there is a conversation happening. So where it is mentioned, we have to do so Madhyam Adhikari realizes things. Yes, he understands understands Supreme Lord, he understands his devotee, and if somebody is advanced than him, he takes association from the devotee. If somebody is the equal level, then he gives them association, and somebody is needing something, he helps them also in their Krishna consciousness. So, the Prabodhananda Saraswati Maharaj said, Vishwam Purna Sukayate. For him, Vishwam Purna Sukayate. Yes, for a person who has taken to shelter of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, this Vishwam is not a problem. And Vidhi Mahendra Kitayate. Vidhi Mahendra. This is like a, Prabhupada says here, this is Mahendra. Who is Mahendra? It's Indradev. Indradev is just like for him, like just small, insignificant ant only. Not that he is disrespecting, like it is like for him, because he, when you consider Krishna, all the Chaturvyuga, Balaram Chaturvyuga, all the what is the position of Indra? Indra is there one Brahmanda, in one Brahma's creation, there is one Indra. So compared to that, for him it doesn't matter. So, Mahendrati, so he says in that sloka, Vishwam Purna Sukayate, Vidhi Mahendrasi Kitayate, Yat Karunya Kataksha, Vaibhavatam Tam Gauram Evastuma. If somebody has taken shelter at the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, for him all these things apply. So, this is the bottom line. We have to, that is why our life should be molded in such a way so that we have come to this material world. We don't just want to get out of this material world. We can't do that. No? We don't have a formula like Bhishma Dev. Bhishma Dev had the formula. What formula Bhishma Dev had? Yes, Bhishma Dev, Swachanda Marana. Whenever he wants, he can pass away. But we don't have that option. And we don't want to just jump out of the window or just go and stand in the middle of the road or something. We don't want to. But use this body in the service of the Lord. If you use the body in the service of the Lord, then it becomes completely spiritualized. That is why when the Vaishnavas, when the pure devotees, they pass away, we don't burn the body. Correct? Normally, why we have to burn the body? Why we have to burn the body? Why? Now I'm asking anybody, not only you, anybody, why we have to burn the body? When somebody passes away, we burn the body. Why? Disease, yeah. What else? Disease is there. COVID is gone now. We still people burn the body. Before COVID also they were burning the body. Because the body means impurities. Good environment as well? Yeah, environment as well. Yeah, because that is, we are not here to, we don't want to. So we don't want to just, good environment, good, all these things. But the body, because the material body has lot of imperfections, always impurities. So that we have gone through so many avasthas. Avastha means like a different stages in life. So that is the end of this thing. So the finish, and then we have to start the next chapter. Then only the material body is burned. Nainam chintanti sastrani, nainam tahati pavakaha, nachanyam kelayasya na shoshayati maruta. So this is body only will be, has to disappear. Whatever way, somebody burns, somebody throws to eagle, somebody puts somewhere, so burn the earth. They do that. But the spirit soul, that continues, the journey continues. That we have to understand. So that is why here it is mentioned, when somebody takes this, the lotus feet of the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, for him, all these things. So that is why it is mentioned here in Chaitanya Charitamrita. I'll just read that. Prapanchikataya buddhaya harisambandhi vastunaha mukshubhihi parityago vairagyam falgu katayate. There are two vairagyas are there. We won't go very technical. We have two vairagyas are there. One is called yukta vairagya, another is called falgu vairagya. Yukta vairagya means, first falgu vairagya means reject everything. This is phone, reject it. This is rejected. The bag, reject. Everything you keep on rejecting. Keep on rejecting something. Oh no, it is material. But that is one vairagya. But yukta vairagya means understand what is this matter and how that can be used in the service of the Krishna. Then use it. Then that is yukta vairagya. So that is what our philosophy. Srila Prabhupada, he used everything in Krishna's service. Whatever capacity we have, whatever things we had, whatever material situation, everything he used in the service of Krishna. So it's called yukta vairagya. So that is why it's mentioned here that that which is engaged in the service of the Lord, that which is not engaged in the service of the Lord is material. And nothing thus engaged should be given up. In the construction of a skyscraper and the construction of a temple, there may be same enthusiasm, but the endeavors are different. For one is material and the other is spiritual. Spiritual activities should not be confused with material activities and given up. Nothing connected with Hare, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is material. A devotee who considers all this is always situated in spiritual activities, and therefore he is no longer attracted by material activities. So we have to understand, if the activity, if you can connect with Krishna, if you know the secret, how you can connect an activity with Krishna, then you don't have to worry about it. If you don't know, then that's a problem. That is what we have to learn. Anything, whatever you have, whether it's a family or a car, your bus or your whatever situation, your money, even if you don't have money, doesn't matter. Whatever you have, if you can use or if you can connect that with Krishna, then that becomes spiritual. Is it very difficult? Very difficult, huh? Difficult or easy? Huh? No, I'm not asking for your credit card, debit card, account or anything. I'm just questioning only. I'm asking question only. So, is it reasonable? See, Krishna sees your mood, bhava. Krishna is not called, oh, you have $1 million, okay, you are my friend. Huh? You are Papa, go away. No, Krishna doesn't see like that. Krishna sees your mood. If you have a mood to serve Krishna, Krishna accepts your service. Krishna doesn't need anything for that matter. Krishna has been served by billions of Lakshmis are serving Krishna. Lakshmi, Sahasra, Sada Sambrama, Sevyaman, not one or two Lakshmis. Sada Sahasra Lakshmis are serving Krishna. What is our little bit of service to Krishna? How does it? No. It doesn't no significance from our point. But Krishna attaches so much significance. Oh, my devotee, with love and devotion, you are offering. Yes, I will accept that. Patram pushpam palam toyam yome bhaktya prayaschati tataham bhakti upahritam. Bhakti is there, Krishna is ready to accept. Without bhakti, Duryodhana have for a big feast. Krishna says, no, I am not coming to your palace for eating this. He went to the Vidura's house and had some very simple prasadam. That is Krishna. So we have to understand this. So Prabhupada says here, I'm just summarizing this. Similarly, in this material world, when the Krishna conscious movement expands, the entire material world becomes spiritualized. That is what we are finding. When you go for Harinam Sankirtan, Prasadam distribution, book distribution, all these things are happening. It's the face, the material thing is getting completely vanishing and the spiritual culture is coming up. Correct? Because when we are in the temple, then it is spiritual. So we have to maintain that. Srila Prabhupada says, this is not Melbourne. This is not Melbourne, this is Vaikunta, this is Vrindavan. Consciousness, the consciousness is very important. So whatever position we are in, if we can maintain that consciousness, Krishna is the Supreme, I am His servant, Krishna, what this is, we always have to remember that, then there is no problem. You can be in Antarctica, you can be in America, you can be somewhere, Ukraine, this, that, you can be in Israel also, Gaza also, you can be there. Nothing will happen to you. But if you forget that, you may be in a very safe place, safe position, you have best of security, best of everything, still you will be in problem. So that is why we have to understand who we are and who Krishna is and what is our relationship and then how great Krishna is, how insignificant we are, and then our duty is to engage in His service. So that we have to understand from these prayers. And then Prabhupada continues, similarly in the material world, when the Krishna conscious movement expands, the entire material world becomes spiritualized. As long as we do not realize this, we live in the material world. If we don't understand this, we are living in the material world. But when we are fully Krishna conscious, we live not in the material world, but in the spiritual world. So, but we have to realize, it's a matter of realization, matter of consciousness. Yes, we understood. Not just like a theoretical understanding. Yeah, theoretically I understood, I am in the spiritual world. No, not that. We have to understand in the spiritual world, then we have to act about that platform. Yet not that, okay, oh Prabhu, you want me to realize, yeah, I realized already. So, but your activity should reflect that. It's not just like realizing is not just like a theoretical realization. We have to understand practical understanding. Yes, we are not this body, we are a servant of Krishna. Then the material world will not create any problem. Like Prabhupada Saraswati Maharaj says, Vishwam Purna Sukayate. Vishwam, the whole Vishwam, the whole world is very, very happy place for a person who has completely taken shelter at the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So this is a nice verse where he can So it is whether in the material world or spiritual world, the consciousness matters. So Prahlad Maharaj is offering these wonderful prayers so that we can also start thinking about this, the whole thing, who Krishna, and then who we are, and then how we can engage ourselves in the devotional service and go back home, back to Godhead. So I'll stop here. If there is any questions or comments, please do so. Any questions? Yes, ma? You have a question? Any questions here? There? Okay.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thanks for the wonderful class.
Hare Krishna, ma.
Prabhuji, you mentioned how Krishna cannot see. Krishna also has emotions. He has feelings. He is a person, and he also becomes sad seeing us struggle in this material world. So, Prabhu, I was thinking, when we take darshan and we offer prayers to the Lord, we tell him our problems and distress, then what does he think of us? Because he's always smiling and he's always blissful.
Correct. Yeah, he is smiling, and also he knows that also, like we are in the material world, we are bombarded with so many things, and Krishna is like he's a very kind father. Your father is very kind, I know that, because he is very kind. You go and ask your father, "Father, I want a gun." Your father is going to immediately jump to the shop and go and get that for that? Huh? No, he is not going to. You ask something, "I want some spinach pie from Gopal's or something." He will jump, he will run actually. He will run. Not even, he will walk, he will run and go and get it. Okay? But Krishna knows that. What is good for you, what is not so good for you. So Krishna that is the beauty of Krishna. Krishna knows. See, I'm saying, child is saying, "Okay, I want to touch the fire, I want this fire. Father will say, "No, he's not going to give you that." He knows that you are not able to handle that, he will not give you. "Oh no, I want to give the car key to me, I want to go for a drive." No, he won't give you. Why? Because you are not in a position to handle that at that stage. Then, when an opportune moment comes, then he will give you everything. The whole thing, he will, now take the car, take the house, everything he will give. Why? He knows now you can handle it. So Krishna also like that. Krishna knows. I go and Krishna, this Thursday, the bingo big something is coming. I want that $15 million or something. I can pray to Krishna. But Krishna knows what I can handle. With whatever small amount I have, they only be mad actually. The 50 million comes, we may become more mad. People may say, if 50 million come, I will give it to Krishna. No, we'll say something. When it comes, he will do something else actually. Krishna knows that. I don't know, you don't know. So that is why Krishna is very, very clever. Whatever you can handle, that only Krishna will give. So you may sometime ask something, it may be unreasonable, something, Krishna will laugh actually. He will say, "Hey, what are you going to do with that? It's going to finish." So like that, Krishna will have a lot of conversations like that only. But that's why we don't ask anything to Krishna. Krishna knows, Krishna is situated as Paramatma. He knows what is our need, what we want. Everything Krishna knows, and he fulfills also. You just desire something, Krishna fulfills it. Krishna only fulfills actually. But if your desire is very kind of not going to be very, very helpful for you, Krishna may not fulfill the desire also. So Krishna's prerogative. Krishna is not like a kind father. You may, I want some cigarette. No. Krishna is not going to give that actually. Same father will not give you. Same way, Krishna knows what is good for you. Accordingly, he will fulfill the desire. So it's not like Krishna is sitting there, like whatever I ask, Krishna has to give. Doesn't work like that. Is it okay?
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Anything else? Any questions or comments? I think more comments are there, please. Anything? You have any comments? Okay. No problem. If nothing is there, okay. Okay. You have a question? Comment?
And Yukta-Vairagya.
Yeah. Please take.
Two different ways of seeing it.
Yeah.
I think, I'm not 100% sure of the essential point, but with Falgu Vairagya, you're rejecting everything.
Yeah.
And Yukta Vairagya, you are accepting everything as Krishna service.
Yes.
So there's tendencies to think that I am using this for Krishna service, but it's for my prestige.
Yeah.
And then there's Falgu for rejecting.
Yeah, we have to be careful though.
Yeah.
See, okay, I'm watching TV, this cricket match is going on, this is Yukta Vairagya, I'm doing it for Krishna's pleasure. No, you're not doing it for Krishna's pleasure, for your pleasure. So, we can give a quoting, this is Krishna's pleasure. We have to be very careful. No? You can cheat me, you can cheat him, everything. But Krishna, we cannot cheat. Because Krishna knows exactly what you are doing, exactly what Krishna's pleasure you are doing that. that, or your own pleasure you are doing. Krishna knows that. So that is why we have to have a very clear thinking that no, this any activity we do, yes, we have to dovetail that activity in the service of Krishna. Not that, okay, I have some hidden agenda. Okay, yeah, I'll just say Krishna, I'm doing for Krishna, but still I'm watching. So that is, I'm not saying watching cricket is bad, but we should not give a Krishna conscious quoting for that type of thing. We have to be honest. Yes, I am watching that. Yeah. So we don't have to, if you have something to do, see, like you have to go in a car, but you have to go to supermarket. Yeah, you have to go to supermarket. But what do you do in the supermarket? You have to buy some boga, something, and offer to Krishna. So that way you are all connected actually. One sense you are connected. But we have to, that's why the frivolous activities have to be avoided as much as possible. Because if you are in a business, you have to do something. You have to read the newspaper. If you have to, in a business, you have to read newspaper. You have to listen to the news. Oh, no, I'm a Yukta, I'm not Yukta, I'm not a Falgo, I'm not going to reject this. No, you can't do that. You have to read, you have to read. Because you have to run your business, you have to do something. But as much as needed, that's it. Not that sit there 24/7, keep on doing that and arguing back and forth. No, that is not needed. Is that clear? Yes.
So you can see, like in previous ages, that's been like prevalent, that actually they reject because they didn't want to become attached to worldly prestige.
That principle,
not understanding that still Krishna's energy, but that they didn't want to become attached to that. Like in our civilization, everyone is attached to prestige and looking beautiful. But all these things are all temporary. So you can see that we're attached to the dream of.
Yeah.
Correct.
Like correct. Correct.
Now, I understand.
It is a matter of we have to draw a line. Like, see, we can't just reject everything. We are living in the material world. Okay, so we need things. Like if you are sitting in Himalayas, okay, there also you need something. You are sitting in Himalayas doesn't mean that you don't need anything. There also you need something. But we have to, whatever is needed, we have to do that and try to use that in Krishna service. That way, like we don't get entangled. That is the whole point, is anything you use in service of Krishna, that will not. That is why Bhagavad Gita 3rd chapter 9th sloka, Yagyartat karmanon anyatra lokoyam karma bandhanat tadartam karma kaunteya mukta sangha samaya. Work done as a sacrifice for Lord Vishnu has to be performed, otherwise work will cause bondage in this material world. If you work for something else, then it will create bondage. So that way we have to be intelligent enough to try to dovetail our activities in the service of the Lord.
So that's what you were saying, is that you can't cheat Krishna.
Yeah, we can't cheat Krishna. We will get cheated actually. If we try to cheat Krishna, we will get cheated very easily.
Exactly.
Yes. Hare Krishna. Thanks for your comments and questions. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Grantharaj Śrīmad Bhāgavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Prahlad Maharaj ki jai. Yes, ma. Please tell.
I just wanted to clarify.
Yes, ma. Please, ma. Oh, sit, ma. Sit.
I just want to ask, you said first from Krishna Balram, then the Yukta Vairagya.
No, Chaturvyuga. First Chaturvyuga.
From Balram
Chaturvyuga. First Chaturvyuga.
But then from Chaturvyuga you said from Sankara Mahavishnu.
No. First Chaturvyuga. Yes. First Chaturvyuga, who are all in the Chaturvyuga is Pradyumna, Aniruddha, Sankarsana, Vasudeva. Okay, that's first Chaturvyuga. And from first Chaturvyuga, there is a Sankarshan there. There is a Sankarshan. That Sankarshan comes Narayana. From that Narayana comes not Narayana. This is one parallel Narayana. Another from Sankarshan. Other parallel thing is second Chaturvyuga.
Same, how can they?
Same, but there is a different expansion actually. That is one type of, expansion of the expansion. See, that is why, it's not the same. See, first Chaturvyuga and then from that Sankarshan. That's why spiritualists, they are all personalities actually. They are Sankarshan, and then there is one is Mula Sankarshan. This is Maha Sankarshan. From that Sankarshan comes
Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamalang.
Because, see, Prabhupada, the sun is also Pradyumna, Krishna's son Pradyumna. So we can't confuse. See, they all take birth and the Krishna Leela, and then they come and do these things actually. So that is it. Name can be same, but they have different activities like that. So our understanding is Krishna, and then Balaram, and then from first Chaturvyuga there is a Sankarshan. From that Sankarshan, Narayana comes one side, and then the second Chaturvyuga comes, and the second Chaturvyuga Sankarshan is called Mahasankarshan. From that Mahasankarshan, Mahavishnu comes. From that Mahavishnu, then Garbha, he is called Karanadasai Vishnu. From Karanadasai Vishnu, he breathes out millions of universes. Then each and every universe, Garbhodakasai Vishnu. And Garbhodakasai Vishnu, the Kshirodakasai Vishnu is a Paramatma. He enters into okay, Hare Krishna. No, good. No, not only for you. I also read in the books and where Prabhupada says that. I will send you that where the reference it is, so you can read that. Hare Krishna.
Adi Purusha Tamaham Bhajami Enam Kanvanta Maravinda Nalaya Taksham Bhagavatam Samasitam Buddha Sundarangam Kandar Bhagom Vikamaniya Vishesha Shobha Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Angani Yasa Sakale